3 minutes to Erin's live DRAAG Me birth chart reading.
Yes.
If you didn't know, a DRAAG Me is a service that we provide on our website where we will just drag your chart. It is not meant to be specifically informational, but it's a fun thing that we do. And recently, we had everything temporarily out of stock as we got through a lot of readings. And now we are back at it, full up website. Everything's back and running.
Mm-hmm.
So
if you want to purchase one of these readings, you can. And any of our other readings are now being offered again.
Mm-hmm.
So just check out the link, because people all the time in these videos ask us how to get dragged, like how, just how they get their chart dragged, and it's because they purchased a reading.
Yes.
So if you want to dragged, you now can. You just purchase it down below, and if you want to do it privately, we also offer private DRAAG Me readings. So if you want to get dragged but you don't want everybody to know all your shit, we got you. We got you. Don't worry. And we are doing this through you now, but a lot of times we just kind of focus on the comments that we get in YouTube. It just kind of depends on where the person is that we're dragging.
Yeah.
So, Erin, if you are here,
Present, please speak.
Why is this not changed? Please let us know, and then we'll start the DRAAG Me once we know. Okay, it is. Once we know for sure that Erin's here. Hi, Joseph. Congrats to Brazil for winning the game today.
2-0. Mexico, you're next. Get ready.
It's so weird to see us, like, lagged. I'll put in, as long as it's okay, I'll put in Erin's information down below. Erin, if you don't want it, I'll take it out. Speak now or forever hold your peace, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, if you're watching this and it's already recorded, skip ahead, because you were, yeah. You have anything?
No, I don't know.
I know, that's always us.
If anyone has any way for us to, like, do all of this, like, admin stuff before we go live.
Yeah, I know how to set a, like a notification saying, like, hey, we're starting, but I don't know how to take that and make it live, because I'm, like, not tech savvy. Like, I'm not saying, I'm not an idiot tech-wise, because I'm not. I think I'm better than some people, but I'm far from where I should be for having a YouTube channel. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say?
And I'm even farther.
Oh, yay. Hi, is it Isa? Let's check our email to see if they messaged us, because sometimes people tell us via Pretty True Astrology Gmail.
Nope, I would get it on my phone.
Oh, yes. So yeah, we only have one more chart. We have 2 more charts to get up and 1 more chart to film. So if you're watching this and if you're one of those 2 people that have bought a chart but haven't gotten yours yet, don't worry. It's, like, so about to come to you, like, crazy soon. So take that.
Do not fret.
Do not fret. We haven't forgotten you. And somebody just bought one last night when we just...
Yeah, like, as soon as we...
Literally the minute that I made it live. So I don't know if you got it notified to you or something. Because that was kind of fucking crazy how quickly that happened.
You do get it notified. Oh, yeah, and in addition to that, we've, like, kind of amped up our website a little bit.
Oh, yeah, Nina kind of updated it.
Yeah, and now we have no, we don't have Tumblr. Now that we have a blog now on our website, and the purpose for that is, there are only, like, 2 posts up, but the purpose is just, like, some things that people ask us to make videos on, but we're, like, in the middle of a series.
Yeah.
There's one post, basically that's an overview of the houses, and there will probably be a post up about, like, elements and, what are those things called? Modalities, and just kind of, like, a basic things that you should memorize when learning astrology. Let us know anything else that you kind of, like, would like to learn in blog post format.
Yeah.
Because we now have an outlet to do that. Yep.
We're thinking of doing some kind of like course in beginner astrology or something. We're trying to figure it out. But it's kind of waiting for my Venus and Gemini. Well, we do go backwards from 12 to 1. I think even though we say it a lot, I think that people don't get that. I'm not saying that you don't. I think that you understand, like, I'm waiting for it as in, like, you know when it's going to come. But just for people who don't know, for our Venus series, we are doing it from 12 to 1. Yeah,
we always do our series from 12 to 1.
Yeah, and so we will get to yours no matter what. Obviously, we're not going to skip it, but we're not going to do somebody else's next because they request it. We're going to, we've got some 6th house stuff. We're going to do it in order, okay?
Yeah, so Scorpio Venus is next.
Yeah, so we're about to be very interesting. And again, if you guys haven't heard, we do this you can purchase it down below. We're just waiting for Aaron to tell us that he's here. So Aaron, if you're here, please let us know, because once we know that you're here, we will start your chart. But obviously, it's no fun without you here. Please. Come through. It's difficult to view blog posts on the website.
Oh no. The preview blocks the beginning of the article. I don't understand anything about technology.
But yeah. How's Cancer season treating you guys? I don't know.
It's less like Cancer season for me and just the fact that, like, the sun is transiting my 12th house.
No, I feel that so hardcore. I just feel like an intense watery.
I just feel like structure has all jumped out the window.
No, but I definitely feel Cancer season. Do you think you do an aspect series?
Probably not.
Probably not. That's kind of what we wanted to touch on if we were doing something else. In the beginning, whatever.
It's like, oh my god, to do an aspect series would be like 10 bajillion videos.
That would complicated. Like, if you want to know more about specific aspects, Jewel Mayberry's who I'd recommend. She does a lot of synastry aspects.
Yeah, synastry aspects. But if you want to know about your aspects, that's something that we cover heavily on birth charts.
Yeah.
Birth chart readings.
When we do readings, we try to really dive into people's aspects and house placements, because obviously those are more specific and it's harder to get a video just about that in general. But we actually don't really have an idea for our next series. Obviously that won't be for a while. So maybe, I don't know, you can comment that. It'll come to us, yeah, of course, but
yeah, you can comment that too.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to make conversation here, because, sorry if you're watching this back. Aaron, where are you? We'll email Jordan, what am I saying, Aaron? Sorry if you're watching this back and you hear my typing. Yeah, we know that they know because they told us.
Yeah, we scheduled.
Yes, all structure in my life is breaking down. I hate that as a Virgo. Well, it's breaking down because of our 12th house, our sun transferring.
Show us an OOTD.
Why don't you show off your top?
Not even cute. This is a jersey that I've had since I was 13, maybe even 12.
Oh my god.
It's not even a soccer jersey. It's a volleyball jersey.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then this denim skirt Shaina gave me.
Oh yeah, that was an old one.
Aaron is here! Where he at?
Where?
Oh, Aaron Williams. Where? OMG, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, man. Editing a vid.
Ooh, spicy.
Huh.
But now that Aaron is here, we are going to start the
DRAAG.
So perfect time because it is Cancer season and you are a Cancer.
Wah, wah. And you are a 27-degree Cancer, so if you're one of those people who think that you might have a Leo influence,
you don't. Now, you do have a Leo Mercury, so that is valid. But sun-wise, you're a Cancer through and fucking through. Yep. So, I mean, obviously I can sit here and drag Cancers forever, right? There's a certain Cancer energy that it's like, even when they say something that is just a statement, it's like they're still looking for pay. And I'm like, that's not even a statement that warrants it. Like, I had somebody say to me the other day, like, oh my god, I'm only 18, I'm the youngest one here. And I'm like, So, that's just a statement. Like, that is a fact. I will agree. Maybe you're one of the youngest people here, but, like, you're trying to get pity for that? Or, like, you're trying to get something. I don't know what it is. And knowing you're probably trying to get, like, pity attention because of that Leo Mercury, but it's like, that does not warrant that. That's just you're a Cancer and you turn everything into some kind of, like, self-pitying party. You, like, thrive off of it. And I don't understand how anybody could thrive off of pity. Like, that makes no fucking sense to me. The second somebody gives me pity, I'm like, dear Lord, I don't understand. I don't want it. That's the last thing that I want. Like, I mean, there's a difference between, like, I understand if you want somebody to, like, empathize with you. Like, that I totally get. Like, everybody wants that. Or whatever. But, like, just that, like, oh, sorry.
You also have your moon in the 4th house. Yeah. Extra Cancer energy.
Yeah.
So, that just also means, like, constantly...
Okay, I have my... Do you have also your progressed moon in your 4th house?
I can't remember.
Okay, well, I do, and I've been feeling it so hardcore, and it's really fucking frustrating me. Yeah, like, you just want to... This isn't something drag from an outside perspective, but from an inside perspective, like, it fucking annoys the fuck out of me having it. It's just, like, you always want to be home. Like, even when you're enjoying yourself, and you're out and about, it's just, like, you feel this... Like, you're not satisfied unless you're home. And it's so annoying. Because, I mean, you're Gemini rising. Like, you probably really enjoy people and socializing.
Yeah, but deep down, like, there's always a part of you who's like, I wish that I was home. But also, with your moon in the 4th house specifically, because the moon constantly is changing, so it adds an aspect of change to whatever house it's in, you're, like, never fully satisfied with your house. You're, like, you've never found your, like, forever home. So you're, like, I want to be home. And then when you're at home, you're, like, oh, but it's not perfect. It's not my home. And then you also... You said...
And it's never going to be, like... Especially because it's Virgo. It's never going... It's literally... You're striving for perfection in your home. Like, this perfectly neat and clean and kept place. But, like, that's just always going to be forever changing. And you're somebody who... Yeah, like, if you... You probably talk a lot of talk when it comes to, like, going out. In that sense of, like... You're like, oh, yeah, totally see you at this party. Oh, sure. But, like, with that 12th house and 4th house Cancer influence, like...
Yeah.
You're never gonna be there.
You've also got your Venus and Mars in Gemini in the 12th house. So, like, the thing is, you're such a great conversationalist by yourself. Like, in your own head, you're always talking to yourself. You're like, oh, man, I'm a hoot. Like, I've got so many ideas, and, like, I'm talking so much, and I'm, like, such a social person in my head. And with Mars in there, you're also, like, I'm so productive when I'm alone. So it's, like, really hard for you to leave the house, probably. I also hate it because regardless of, like, your chart at all, people, like, need to leave the house and, like, feel horrible if they stay in the house too much. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Formal for real. What does that mean? What is that in reference to?
Maybe he's saying for real, but formally. I don't know.
Yeah, so, okay. So Virgo moon. So you're nitpicky, and you're trying to fix everyone. And you're, like... Probably your mother also was trying to fix you a lot, or she gave you, like, underhanded kind of comments. Yeah.
How to behave.
Like, whenever you see her, it's like, God, like, can't you just give me a fucking second to live my fucking life? You don't have to analyze and break down everything I do. I fucking hate that. But then, you turn around and do it to everyone you know and care about.
And, like, here's the thing. Your, Gemini rising is, like, trying to be all, like, not aggressive.
Yeah, like, totally down for everyone.
Babe, like, blah, blah, blah. So, this is, like, rule number 375 as to why you should live alone is that, like, you want to be all social and, like, nice to, and, like, not have anything against people, but then you're, like, inner moon. And also, because you have, like, kind of the victim mentality. Yeah. If someone is messy in your space, you're just like, I am so victimized. They are messing my space.
Like, how dare they do this to me?
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely... get so offended if somebody comes into your house and changes anything. Like, you're probably never somebody who wants to have parties at your place. Like, if you, or, like, have, like, you probably like having close people over to you, like, at your place. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Like, having a close friend ever, but having, like, a lot of people at your place is probably fucking hell for you. Like, them invading your space.
Oh, yeah. You're probably, if you ever have, like, a large group of people over at your place, you're just, like, paranoid, like, they're in the fridge. What are they doing in the fridge?
Yes.
They're in my room. What are they doing in my
there?
room? You'll, like,
are they
chase after people, and you'll be like, what are you doing? Are you having sex in my room? And they're like, no, I was just looking for an outlet to plug in my phone.
Your hell is somebody having sex in your bed. That's not you.
But also, like, even if someone's like, no, I'm just looking for an outlet to charge my phone, you're like, oh, I didn't have a reason to, like, but I still will be like, yeah, they said that they were just, like, gonna charge their phone, but I don't know. They were probably trying to do more shit.
Yeah, no, definitely would never recommend you having a bunch of people over at your place. That's gonna make you even more high-strung and not let go at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, your mom was just probably, oh my god, she did everything for you. A Virgo moon in the 4th house, you didn't do shit for yourself. Like, she did all your chores, she cut your food, she, like, just was all up in your business, was like a chaperone or something even. Like, your mom means a lot to you, but also I feel like you kind of resent how much your mom needs, like, how much you need your mom, you know?
Right, because now you're conditioned to be, like, very picky and very needy, but you're also, like,
nobody can fulfill your mom's slot.
You're also, like, not the best at doing it yourself 100% of the time because of that 12th house influence. So you're like, I need to be because my mom ingrained this into me, but also I don't have it naturally because she did everything for me. Yeah. And then you grew up pretty well off, like, not, you didn't grow up with many
probably your dad had a lot of
struggles.
Money, or he was the money provider.
Yeah. So that's, like, really important to you, and in the age of money is really important to you, and you're not a very confident person about how important it is to you. You can feel so guilty because you probably feel victimized because I feel like everyone in our generation is like, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm making my own coin, I don't get support, blah, blah, blah. Like, people generally feel ashamed for having financial support. So you probably feel a victim to the society of...
Oh, yeah, as like Cancer, like, I'm such a victim because I naturally have money and didn't make it myself. Like, instead of just, like, owning it, you're, like, kind of, like, just, like, meh.
Why does everyone hate me for having
money? It's so, like, you don't know how hard it is just naturally, like, being fine financially.
Yeah, like, it is hard to have everything you want.
Oh my god. Yeah, so in a weird way, like, Virgo moon's, like, it's so strange because you think that they would be the most self-sufficient moon sign, but they're not. Yeah, not they're really, really not. A Virgo sun, I think, is more than a Virgo moon because they're just used to having it done for them. Yeah, and so you also have your Venus and Mars, so you naturally just have this feminine imbalance in you. Like, you're just not comfortable with your feminine energy, and you're probably uncomfortable with how much your mom shelters you, but yet you still always will give into it. And you probably have a lot of issues in relationships in that sense of, like, nobody will fulfill what you want because what you want doesn't make any fucking sense. Because your Venus is in Gemini too, so you probably have a lot of issues in relationships because your expectations for people are so fucking weird, and then you don't give them what they want, and it's just like a fucking mess.
Because deep down it all comes down to you don't really know what you want. So if you don't know what you want, people don't know what to give you, and then you become unsatisfied with that person, and then they become unsatisfied with you because they don't know how to please you. Yeah. And then your Venus and Mars are in the very extroverted and, like, promiscuous sign of Gemini. Yeah. But they're conjunct, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they are.
They're conjunct, so it's like, in theory, you're all like, oh yeah, variety of life, flip-de-flop-de-floop-de-doop. Yeah. But you...
Your sun and your moon are not like that at all.
Yeah, and then you get involved sexually, and it's like they're conjunct, right? Venus and Mars work together as one for you, so you end up falling in love or just like get attached to the person.
Venus and Mars conjunct has an issue with separating friendships and romantic feelings. Like, you can't separate the two. So if you find somebody that you're interested in, like, if you find, like, a friend, and they're of whatever sex or whatever it is that who you're interested in, you're not just going to be able to just see them as a friend. You're going to get that muddled and confused, and you're going to be like, oh, they're friends with me, so then I must want to fuck them and be in a relationship with them, right? What? And then you're going to get butthurt because you find yourself being like, why am I friend zone time? You're not friend zone. That never started out as being even possible.
It's just called
of a relationship.
Friendship.
It's just called friendship to the other person, but to you, you don't see friendship and sexual attraction as two different things. You see them as the exact same things. You probably get really butthurt when somebody that wants to be your friend with you, but doesn't want to be in a relationship or in a fucking relationship with you.
Yeah.
That was such.
Some people don't want to be in a fucking relationship with you.
I meant like a sexual relationship. Wow. Anyways, so we find like a lot of people that do drag me and or Mars and Gemini.
Yeah.
We wind up dragging this placement a lot, but you're no different. So we're about to do a whole Venus and Gemini video though.
Yeah.
But Venus in the 12th house has a lot of like, they really like fucked up relationships. I feel like they really idealize this whole like, almost like they want to give more than the other person or something.
I think it's what it is there's nothing practical that is about a Venus in the 12th house.
They want to fall for somebody that they shouldn't.
Exactly. You're not attracted to people who are practical. You're not attracted to a relationship that is practical, that has a future, that has any form of stability.
That makes sense with you.
Yeah.
You're attracted to people who, like, don't mesh with you at all. Or, like, are just not relationship material.
Yeah. Who...
The second somebody shows that they're a little bit fucked up, you're like, ooh, yeah, that's me. That's my person. And it's like...
Yeah, you probably want to go to AA to pick up chicks.
Yeah.
And then again, it's like the Venus-Mars conjunction. Like, as soon as someone is like, hey, so I'm troubled in way XYZ, you're like, oh, now I have to fuck you. I have to.
And, yeah, so... so... Mars and Gemini also. So Venus and Mars and Gemini, you're just so, like, such a flip-flopper in who you like, and you probably have a lot of trouble maintaining friendships and maintaining relationships and just having a steady group of people that you're around, especially with your Gemini rising. People probably see you as, like, either a player or even, like, in friendships, it's like, wow, you're here today, and then you're not. It's just, you're so not reliable or dependable at all. But your moon sign is in Virgo, and your sun sign is Cancer, and those think of two very dependable signs. So you seem like you'd be this very devoted person, and you probably do get wrapped up in your relationships. But then there's this thing in you that's so just like here today, gone tomorrow.
Maybe you are like reliable, and that's who you are on the inside. Like you are devoted, but just like something in you makes you like flipped and flopped. You know, like on the inside you might feel that way because that is like your sun and moon. Mm-hmm. But in practice, you end up just not being.
Like, maybe you're even a little bit selfish because of this. And because you're devoted to yourself, almost. Like, maybe. Cancer and Virgo moon, but then that Venus and Mars and Gemini. And it might not be true, but it might come across that way. Yeah. That you're only devoted to yourself. You're probably not, but it does seem that way to other people.
Can we talk about... sex and dissociation with Mars in the 12th house.
Oh, yeah. That's major. Like, especially with Mars and Gemini, you're not even that, attached to sex. Yeah. But, like, with it in the 12th house, like, you just probably completely disassociate from the act of sex.
Maybe you need to roleplay in order to be, like...
Yeah, or you just need to, even something as small as, like, having your eyes closed, or, like, having the lights off, like, having sex with the lights on is, like, weird to you, or, like, yeah, you just really can't connect to it. Like, you feel like you have no probably, like, when you have sex, you feel like you almost don't have a connection to your dick. Like, you know?
It's an outer body experience.
Yeah, no, I think it really is to a Mars in the 12th house person. And, yeah, just, but at the same time, you're very intuitive sexually with what the person wants, but... Yeah.
But yeah, also the 12th house is all about, like, the house of self-undoing and, like, in a way there's, like, sacrifice.
You're just gonna fuck the wrong people.
Yeah, but also, like, you just give, and that's all you know how to do, and you're, like, detached from it being a pleasurable experience for yourself.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, Mars in the 12th house. Oh! Mars in the 12th house, when they get angry, it's so weird. It's so weird, because Mars in the 12th house people...
You don't see their Mars.
No, you don't see it at all. So you're like, this person, not aggressive at all. This person doesn't get really angry, such a pushover. But then, like, but then you do, though. Like, something will push you the wrong way, and it's like this, like, because all this water's been boiling under the surface, and then the other people around you are like, where the fuck is this coming from? And you're, like, getting angry about something small. Oh my god, something so small, Mars and Gemini, something so trivial.
It, like, piles up.
Yeah. And then you just have this, like, verbal attack at people. And everybody's like, where the fuck is this coming from? This is so unjustified, and there's no fucking sense. But it's because you, like, let it rile and root up in the surface. And because the 12th house
doesn't make any sense.
No.
So, yeah. It doesn't make any do
you want to touch on Gemini rising real quick?
Sure.
Just kind of like, you're so fake. Like, oh my god. Like, and it's almost to the point because, like, your sun is in Cancer, so... You're not a superficial person in that sense, but, like, who you put on is just you're so full of bullshit when you meet people. Like, you're so disingenuous, and it's, like, from another person's perspective, it's, like, who do you really like, though?
Exactly. It's, like, what your words don't really mean anything because you say the same things to everybody in terms of, like, I love you.
Oh, baby, you're so cool. Or, oh, let's hang out. Let's get coffee.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean fucking shit. You have no weight to your words and no weight to how you, like, treat people off of first glance. And so it's, for a Cancer rising, it's, like, very confusing. And just really quickly, some people are asking about, like, talk about this or that. This person paid for this drag me, so if you want us to talk about you, you can go down below and you can purchase one. Just so you know, that's why we're talking about specifically the person's chart that is down below. We're talking about Erin. And Erin, if you ever want to chime in and tell us what you want us to drag, we will always immediately change our topics and go to what you want, because obviously we want to please you first. Yeah. But yeah, and you're such a flip-flopper, so you can like one person one day and not like somebody, like that same person another day, or just like, yeah, you definitely, and you'll talk yourself up to try to get your name out there. You know what I mean? Like, you want your name, like, talking amongst people. Why does this person... How do I block this person? Hold on. Okay. So, and... Oh, yeah, okay. Do you have anything you want to go to, or are you down for Leo Mercury?
Yeah, let's do Leo Mercury.
I never realized that this placement bothered me, but it really does. Like, I understand the appeal of it, but, like, when I watch... Ooh, sorry about that noise. When I watch comedians with Leo Mercuries, I can always tell. Because their jokes are so obvious to me. They're so just like, yeah, no fucking shit. Like, I don't know, I don't think that Amy Schumer has a Leo Mercury, but her comedy appeals to me, Leo Mercury's.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean by that. Like, it's so just, like, obvious and in your face, and, like, they're not trying to really invent anything new, because that's like Aquarius Mercury will invent kind of a new thought on comedy, right? But a Leo Mercury is just kind of gonna take what's already there,
right? Because the Leo Mercury is like, whatever I have to say is the best anyway, and people are gonna laugh and blah blah blah.
And of course you don't need anything specific, Erin. You've got all this Gemini energy. You're just kind of like, whatever. But yeah, and also you're going to say, okay, you're also going to do this thing where if somebody says a joke and nobody hears it, you're going to be like, oh, well, I said it louder, so it's mine. I want this person didn't say it loud enough, so I'm going to take the credit for it. True. And it's whoever says it louder gets the credit for the joke. And it's so, like, you're totally gonna steal jokes from somebody else and, like, use it as your, like, just jump into comedy when nobody fucking asked.
Yeah, also, if, like, people don't react loud enough to the things that you say, and they heard it, they just didn't react loud enough, you will repeat it.
You will repeat it and get butthurt. You're gonna get butthurt.
Until someone gets it, and you might even, like, turn to someone else, like, I said this really funny joke, and no one acknowledged it.
Yeah, you always want an audience, too.
Yes.
And you just really have an ego with what you say. And if somebody doesn't think you're funny, you're going to get so butthurt about it and so defensive. Dude, I know. Leo Mercury is like a lion's roar, especially many opinions. Oh, yeah, totally. Just screaming out your opinions are right. Nobody can change them.
Exactly, because it's fixed.
Because it's fixed as fuck. Yeah, and Leo Mercury is definitely the kind of people that grow up getting in trouble for talking all the time. Which I can say I can feel you on that. It's so unfair. Why can't we talk? I can understand that. Let's see here. What do we have?
You have so many retrogrades.
Yeah, generational retrogrades.
Yeah, all your outer planets are retrograde.
So
literally all of them.
Internalized energy in general.
Yeah.
You probably, like, overcompensate for that with your Gemini rising and your Leo Mercury. You know what I mean? Because you have all these internalized stuff that you feel. I feel like that can make somebody feel a little bit like all of their energies aren't being seen, right? If you have a lot of retrograde planets. So I feel like you're going to overcompensate with the energies that are seen.
Yeah.
You know? So you're going to put on even more of your Leo Mercury, even more of your Gemini energy. And because you are, like, these are
lacking in ammunition of the other planets. But let's talk about your Saturn. Your Saturn in retrograde. We should have a segment called That Aries Saturn Do.
Oh, I've noticed this even in myself recently.
Oh, yeah.
And mine isn't retrograde and intercepted, but, like, Jesus Christ, I'm annoyed by it.
Yours isn't intercepted, it's just retrograde.
Yeah. It's just, like, you can't just take a problem and do it step by step. You just fucking jam your fucking ass through it. Like,
since you've got some Gemini energy, let's think of hashtag the little things. What are hashtag the little things that Saturn Aries do? Saturn and Aries will pick scabs.
Oh, yeah! Pick scabs, pop zits.
Pick scabs, pop zits. Peel dry skin, peel, like, the dead skin off of your feet, like, all the stuff that you know you're not supposed to do because
it slows down the healing process.
Exactly, it slows down the healing process, but you're so impatient, you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Anything that has to do with waiting, patience, learning your lesson, if you could, like, watch your college seminars, like, 3 times faster, you would.
Yeah.
Because you're just so impatient.
Like, you're probably like, oh, I find myself wanting to do this. It's like, I wish that I could fast forward people's, you know, but, like, get all the information, but just, like, fucking pass through it. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't want to have to deal with, like, reading instructions.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. You build furniture without reading instructions.
Yeah.
You build furniture that says, have a friend over to help you. You build that shit on your own. And you do so much on your own that you should have
somebody
help
else
with.
To help
and then
you.
Your furniture is falling apart.
Yeah. Or, like, I don't know, even if you're just having, like, an issue with somebody, like, let's say something small happened and some little quip happened with somebody. Instead of being like, oh, I should wait until I see them tomorrow and, like, talk to them about it in life or whatever it is, you're gonna be like, nope, this needs to be settled right now, so I'm just gonna do the immature thing and, like, contact them on whatever thing and, like, settle it through text to be spoken about in real life, or just somehow find a way to steam through the issue at hand with the other person. You know, or just, like, even avoid them. Well, Mars and Gemini probably want to avoid them. Mars and or in the 12th house, they might. You're going to send them a long-ass text message because then they can't respond.
Exactly.
You know, like, and they can't interrupt you. You can just get it all out and that kind of stuff.
Every problem I try to jam through, I've really had to learn to be way more patient. I literally break things because I get so frustrated with minor inconvenience. If that is not
Saturn
and Aries.
No, totally.
Breaking things because you're frustrated that you can't get through them.
No, I know. I used to have such an issue with just, like, slamming shit and breaking stuff. And then retrograde, like, you just... all of your lessons are internalized. So they come from internal factors instead of, like, for example, like, my lessons are always, like, external issues.
Yeah.
In that sense of, it's not that... It still has the issue to do with me, but it's just, like, I'm being taught about it from external places. Mm-hmm. But yours are all internalized. So you have to be taught... kind of from internal,
let's see what
like, self-building. It's in the 10th house. So maybe it has to do with, like, authority, probably.
Yeah, it's probably, like, something from your actions, some kind of, like, almost, I don't know, learning curve in your personality, some kind of challenge in your personality, causes something external that makes an authority figure, like, hone down on you. And then as a Cancer, you're not going to be like this, but as a, like, how do I solve this, blah, blah, blah. But as a 12th house, Cancer sun, Saturn in the 10th retrograde, it's going to be like, what did I do to deserve this? I'm not going to fix it because I didn't do anything to deserve it, so I'm just going to stew in it. And then nothing ever gets done. I think it's not that you don't, like, yeah, maybe you don't fix it. Yeah, you don't fix it because this is a drag me. That's the thing that I'm going with. You don't fix it. If this was a chart reading, we'd be saying very different things. Very different. But, yeah, you don't fix it, you just beat yourself up about it. Oh, yeah. You're definitely a beat yourself up. And you definitely want pity from other people for it, though. You search for, like, especially as a Gemini rising, you want to tell people, like, every little thing about your day. So let's say an authority figure said something small to you that you found offensive. Like, they called on you when you didn't have your hand up and you didn't know the answer. You're going to see that as a personal attack about you, and then you're going to share about that with everybody that you know, because Gemini rising likes to talk about the little things with people, and you're going to want pity from every single person that you talk to. And you're going to want to be like, it's so unfair. Like, I never called on. Like, I didn't know if I would have known I would have raised my hand. Like that kind of thing. Everything is such a big deal. Yeah, and also with your Virgo moon, you're gonna, especially if your intellect and all that Gemini, if your intellect is insulted by that authority figure, that's gonna be extremely offensive to you because you know you're smart and you know you're intellectual enough to know that kind of stuff. So it's really gonna hurt your ego because you don't know and you need to know everything. Yeah, Mars in the 12th house really does not know how and when to assert themselves. They have, like, such a big issue with that. Yeah. Now, Pluto in the 6th, I don't know if we can drag this, but, like, this, we've seen, like, multiple times, your career path gets interrupted because of injury or illness. Yeah. So that sucks. Yeah, so... And let's see, your 6th house is in Scorpio, so be careful with STDs. Yeah, for sure. Like, really, you're somebody who really needs to have protected sex. I know this is like a weird thing to put on a live video on a drag me. It's also like, something that probably Mars and Gemini is not. So, yeah. Although Cancer wants to protect himself, but Mars doesn't really care. Think about that kind of stuff. Yeah. So please protect yourself. But it's 2:36 now. Yeah, so we're about done. Yeah, we started your video a little late. It was at 2:06, 2:07. Right. If there's anything else we have to say, I think you, as a whole, need to take responsibility. And I know that's the most Capricorn thing. She can say something else that she thinks. But, just to add a little bit of, like, we just dragged you now, how to help. Now that we told you how much you suck. This is how you can fix it. Okay, now we're Mercury in Capricorn. So how you fix yourself is you're dragging yourself. Just take responsibility for yourself, but also, like, understand. I think that you might have somewhere you want everybody to always be happy. You know what I mean? Like, you really want to be on everybody's good side. And a lot of the stuff that you do comes from a place of, like, I don't want to upset anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to offend anybody. Like, I just want everybody to live lives and blah, 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 blah. Because also you're so sensitive. Yeah. You're not bound to, you don't want to treat any
you
treat
anyone.
Treat the people. What am I
treat
trying
people
to say?
how you want to be treated.
Yes, treat people how you want to be treated. So you don't want to hurt anyone and be sensitive. You're so restrictive of yourself because so much can hurt you. So if you like maybe kind of toughen yourself up a bit and realize that you don't need to be hurt by every little thing.
Yeah.
That's so hard to say though because, you know, I don't tell you how to live your life, so I'm just going to stop.
Yeah, okay, anyways. On that weird note. Yeah, that comes to the end of our time, and I'm about to change my parking meter anyways.
Yeah. Thanks for being a good sport.
Yeah, you were a really fucking awesome sport in the comments.
Yeah.
Like, you. Like, people with Gemini energy really know how to laugh about themselves.
Yeah.
So, major props to your comments. We're glad that you enjoyed this. And like we said, we offer these readings again down below, so if you want to get dragged,
yes.
We love doing these
Everyone
readings.
asking us to do, like, XYZ, like, combination, like, read their charts.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to partytrickastrology.com/shop. Those are all of our available options. We don't read birth charts for free.
No.
And we also, someone asked if we do things on Skype or Line. We don't do things on Skype at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
We may be with something in the works. But,
yeah, that wouldn't be too hard to deal with.
But don't wait for that because
we don't know.
It's way down the line.
Yeah.
And we have what we have available right now.
Yes.
So it's also recently just re-available, so if you're interested in reading, go to partytrickastrology.com/shop.
Yes, and we'll see you in our next Venus and Scorpio is coming at you.
Yes.
I'm pretty excited for that video. I think it's going to be really fun. I've been doing my research, talking to my friend. So, yes, thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much, Erin, for buying this reading.
Yes, thank you so much.
And for supporting us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and bye.